What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ricky Rick, and your boy Ricky Rick is back on another Ricky Talk. And today is May 4th, 2025. In case you didn't know, now you know. May the 4th be with you. For all my Star Wars fans. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the Goofy movie. This year the Goofy movie is celebrating a 30-year anniversary since it's got released. And to me, I enjoyed watching this film as a kid. And now I also have the same enjoyment towards that film as an adult. And I even got to share that experience with my own daughter, Natalia. And she also loves it, And like watching it again and watching it with my daughter and reliving the movie, the experience, the music, the storytelling, the characters. It brought so much joy to me, and the fact that my daughter and I can enjoy something together and bring us together even more. And those are the things that I look forward to as a father, and I love it, And going back to listening to the songs, back in the day, before we started using streaming platforms to listen to music like Apple Music, Spotify, people would go to the stores and buy CDs, and Disney would have Disney soundtracks towards their movies, and this Goofy soundtrack is probably one of the best that Disney has put out. The songs with Goofy and Max, the characters, After Today, I really love that song a lot. The Open Road, where Goofy and his son Max are starting their journey of of them bonding. Such a great song. Then you got the one towards the end, which is called Nobody But You. Once again, Father Goofy and son Max, kind of speaking to each other, and no matter how mad Max gets or how Goofy makes things, in the end, they still love each other, they still care about each other, and they're always the one for each other. But overall, watching this movie is something where I can relate myself, especially during my teen years, with my own personal father. I remember sometimes when my family wanted to take trips, let's say they wanted to go to Vegas, and maybe I was too busy living in my own bubble, in my own world, where I was going to school, or I had my own friends, I was doing my own life, or maybe I had a girlfriend at the time. I didn't want to go anywhere because everything that made me happy was here, hanging out with my friends, maybe seeing my girl, this was my stuff. And anytime my parents would want to do something as a family and my friends couldn't be involved, or the ones I love or care about couldn't be involved, kind of brought me down, because I'm like, oh man, and it kind of sucks because I'm not trying to be the bad guy. I do also want to enjoy times with my family, because as you get older, they always say, spend as much time with your parents. I always hear that a lot too from people that I know now. As I got older, you have your mom, you have your dad, you're very lucky to have both of them in your life, and enjoy them as much as you can, and I try to do my best, man. But sometimes my dad could be acting like my young brother, where he's very annoying, touching my stuff and getting under my skin. Then I have my mom. My mom is my best person to have in my life, especially for my mental health. She always keeps me sane, when things are getting rough or crazy. And yeah, but when it comes to this Goofy movie, I remember just being a kid where I was watching Goofy do his thing and being a dad, and I don't know, I think the Goofy movie is just really relatable, and it's really enjoyable and exciting. You have all the elements that someone can find while watching this movie. Like I said, you have a dad, you have a son who has his best friend, you have two dads have two ways of thinking how to raise their sons. You have your son who's crushing on a girl who is in love. You have a father who's trying to bond with the son and making sure that he's still on the right path and not going on the wrong side of the tracks. So you have that. And overall, the movie wraps up nicely. It has a great story, great songs, and overall, it's just a good movie, and I love it. And like I tell you guys, the thing that I enjoy more is the fact that I can watch this movie with my daughter, and we can enjoy it together. We can sing the songs, which we do every time I pick her up, and we're singing along to the songs. She can watch the movie and get into it and ask me questions like, Dad, what's going on? Why is this happening? What's this happening? And I had to explain to her, like, you know, we have to watch the movie to see what's going on. We have to see what's happening. Or sometimes if she doesn't really understand, I'll break down and explain it to her, you know, like, oh, this is what's going on, Mama. This is why, you know, so-and-so is feeling this way. Whether we're watching a Goofy movie, whether we're watching Paw Patrol, whether she's watching any kind of contact where she's curious. I like the fact that it's got her mind thinking and questioning things, and that's awesome. As a father, you know, you can't ask for much, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to bring that up and bring a little acknowledgement to the Goofy movie. They did release a documentary on the making of this movie that I still need to watch, because like I tell you, I really enjoyed this film, and I wish we would have got a trilogy. We got the Goofy movie, an Extreme Goofy movie, which has like a different feel, different vibe. Still have the same characters, but they got a little bit of sports involved in it, and the first one was more family. So I feel like if we can bring it back to the family, the movie will be more enjoyable. Because the second one, it's still enjoyable, don't get me wrong, it has its moments, but it takes time before we get there. And the Goofy movie just hits you right from the start, from beginning to end. And the Extreme Goofy movie, I think it takes a little building, a little time, a little storytelling before we get to the Goofy madness. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hearing me talk, I'm trying to get in the groove of things of filming again. And I want to film more. I want to start my podcast and, you know, get going. And I wanted to deliver something else for you guys. And hopefully this is something worth watching, worth listening to. And I'll see you guys on the next Ricky Talk. As always, if I'm not giving you something to think about, talk about, your boy Ricky Rick ain't doing his job. And you already know your boy Ricky Rick does his job. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.